Hi Aqua, it's so good to see you. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Chandler and this is your intuitive energy reading for this week. I'm no longer doing air sign Mondays specifically, or fire sign Tuesdays, or water sign Wednesdays, or earth sign Thursdays. I've decided to change out my format. It was kind of hard to keep up with that schedule, and my messages began to seem a little less intuitive, because of it. And so I've just simply decided to kind of go off of my own intuition and see what readings need to come through the day of. And so I'll be doing readings Monday through Friday, essentially, from now on. And you guys can let me know what you think of that. I will be dating them, but the dates are very loose. Of course, energy is fluid, so this is for those who need it now. And I trust that when you receive the messages that they are at the time you need to receive them. So this may work for you if you have a sun, moon, rising, or Venus in the sign of Aquarius. And of course, if you're a cross watcher, feel free to switch up or reverse the roles. Aquarius, you guys SOS'd me today. All right, I'm getting kind of a late start. There's been a lot of stuff happening today, and I didn't get much sleep last night. Okay, and for whatever reason, you guys were on my mind all night last night. Okay, there was a lot happening. There was a lot of emotion in the air with you guys. And I felt so strongly that I needed to put this reading out today. So it's for who needs it, hopefully, and hopefully this resonates with you. But Aquarius, I feel like you're going through it right now in a relationship. You're looking at the dynamics like they could potentially be really unhealthy for you, which I think is that sobering effect that we have going on in Libra season. Not a lot of people are really comfortable in Libra season. It brings out mental instability if there are any mental illnesses. It brings up a lot of insecurities and just the way we think about things and expectations and judgments that we put on others, whether or not they actually may be true. But you as an air sign, I think you could be more comfortable than most, in this sort of energy. And how you're using it, it seems like, is in a beneficial way or a positive way, as to really look at a situation at face value. And there's a bit of a sobering effect as well, as to what you're feeling or finding. So my energy here, as I get deeper into this situation, last night I had some visions, of three people, and they were in a room and they were arguing. And it did seem kind of like a bleed through effect. Like, that's how I kind of want to put it, is that, Aqua, you may be very nervous, because there is a situation, a relationship here that you may have had on the side, kind of secret, or in a subconscious kind of romantic flirty way for a while. But there's been an act of a bridging effect in your life, and this is to initiate you and your awakening, which can feel kind of big, because as this energy of your separate relationship trickles in to your waking life, to your real life, to your physical relationships, it just feels like you're not getting a break. It feels like you're not able to escape it. And I would like to say that this is not by accident. This is not by accident. The universe is much less concerned about who you're with at this point, as much as it is concerned about your own spiritual growth and ability to see through illusion. And so where maybe you have had this dynamic of three people or more, or, having a relationship on the side and then keeping things quiet to your other significant other, it's simply sort of dissolving, and it's this dissolving effect that's making you a little nervous, because you realize there's only a certain amount of time, before this shit catches up to you, and I would like to say shit because it doesn't feel healthy. It feels like this toxic situation, and just the participants in it have really done a number, on your mental stability, on your security, how you feel about yourself. It seems like there may have been a real decrease in your confidence after being involved in this dynamic. And so this is why Spirit's coming through as to make a bridge, okay? And this bridge has been built. It's not going anywhere. There's a bridge from this energy to this energy. And we'll call this energy A, of the secrets of maybe the internal romance, or the things that have been okay for a while, though they may not have been acceptable or even slightly inappropriate with a love's interest. And then we have, energy B, where it's your physical relationship, it's your waking world, it's, your home base, it's the security, the stability that you have in your life. And it just seems like either the two are clashing, maybe one of the energies have found out about the other, or they will, okay? And it's this merging, the bridging, the trickling effect that is happening, okay? And it's already been set into motion, and so this is something that you really need to pay attention to right now, okay? Because I think a lot of you are realizing this is not healthy, and this is being jeopardized. And for the reason that this contributes to your life, or for the aspects that this brings to your life, it doesn't really seem worth it. Okay, it doesn't feel like it's a good decision to continue to fuel the energy A and maybe be involved with this energy, and then, constantly be in defense mode or protective over the things that are going to last, or that you would like to have as a sort of security or foundation that are going to be good for you. It seems like stark opposites, to be completely honest. And where you are is literally on the middle of that bridge. You're having to choose. And I know that sounds intense, but you are having to choose one or the other, because eventually you're going to lose both if you don't. You're going to lose both if you don't. And not only that, but I think the toxic energy over here has already taken a lot of opportunities from you. And so, outside of choosing one or the other, I think you've already sort of lost a lot because of whatever this dynamic is for you. So this came to me last night as I had some visions of just sitting in a room. There was 3 people, really just being toxic. Like, the male came out of the room and he walked over to another room, and the other female got out of bed, and then the other female came rushing in, and there was a lot of emotion. Female A was screaming at the top of her lungs, trying to justify her irrationality and her insecurities. And the other female was sort of playing devil's advocate, like, you know how she feels, but that's not right of you to say to him, and he shouldn't have done that, and that's just what she does. Like, it kind of seems like this energy B, that feminine energy B, is playing devil's advocate because they think it's the safest, but really there's just such a lack of sincerity to their words. There is absolutely no depth, and they like to fuel this fire. They kind of get a kick out of it, but they can also remain innocent. And I don't like that. And I definitely don't like what energy A is doing, because they are really being manipulative, even behind the scenes, to your eyes, Aquarius. So we're going to uncover a lot of this. We're just going to really dissect this, and we're going to gain you clarity, Aquarius, because I think the right choice will eventually be made by you, but you're really having to face some hard truths. But I think, honestly, as I had this vision of you just sitting, and I'm talking to a masculine energy today, you just kind of sitting and looking at these females, I think you kind of know where you stand, and you're not being defensive, and it's almost making the other person like really upset with you because you're not getting involved in that drama. You're not allowing them to push you past the point of breaking. You're not allowing them to just sort of manipulate you and your mind and suck you into distorted thoughts anymore. This is really a strong mental clarity coming from you, though it still has an emotional effect. Okay, it really does. Let's get going, Aquarius. Show me the predominant energy in Aquarius's life today. Okay, show me Aquarius core energy. Show me Aquarius core energy. Woo! Aquarius, this is freaking beautiful. The one, okay? This is the first major arcana. It's the Magician. It's the mercurial energy of Gemini. You're looking at a new beginning, okay? And you're needing to make a choice. We have the Two of Swords. I don't feel that you're really trying to justify yourself to anyone. I think it's very clear how you feel. It's very clear what has gone on at this point. But really, this is about the opportunity you have in your life that's really fueling this person's insecurities or anger toward you. The Magician is about communication. It can also be about visions. It can also be about manifesting or alchemy of a situation. Despite maybe some of the negative aspects of this situation, you're really looking at how you can transform this. And by transform, I mean you could, like, literally you're thinking about leaving for sure. You're thinking about leaving one of these situations, whether it be, you know, the long-term physical relationship you've had that's very secure and stable, or, you know, committing to the other person. But I feel like you're not really going to do that because you're seeing too much of how it's affecting you, how it's gone, how it will always be with this person. You know, there's an energy of just mental instability. And I think if they get their way, it's honestly just going to get worse. It's honestly just going to get worse because this person, what I would like to say for energy A is, you know, they're already looking at destroying your physical relationships. They're going into, you know, your partner's lives, dressed as other people, or, you know, putting masks on and thinking they're fooling the other person by saying, do you know what they did? Do you know? You don't know about that. Oh, they don't know about that. They're gonna get hurt by this person because they're not telling you the truth. Look what I found this person doing. You know, they can really be malicious if they wanted to, I'm guessing. But it's not so much that they can do so much damage, okay, by talking, but they're going to get to a point where they don't want to talk anymore. They want to act. They want to try to sabotage this opportunity for you. And I'm hearing the word Jamie, the name Jamie. Okay, so we have the High Priestess coming out face up after all the others, okay? All the others are face down. The High Priestess, the Divine Feminine, okay, we have a counterpart situation here. Twin flames, potentially. Now, if this is about subconscious communication or dreams, the High Priestess is well aware, very involved, but they're not saying anything, and they may not even be known to some, okay, of what they know or where they are or what they're thinking. And that's sort of throwing a weird paradoxical dynamic into the situation. But needless to say, okay, this does show quite a few secrets being kept, okay, maybe between the two. Maybe this is an energy of knowing and not saying, okay? So let's see what else came out with the High Priestess. So we have the Ace of Wands, the Fool, and the Hermit. Whoa. How do I feel about this energy? So the Ace of Wands is fire. It's Aries. And that's kind of how I feel about this energy A, is that this person is making a power move, okay? And the Fool is about an Aquarian energy. You know, it's also the major arcana of the rebel, but it's the rebel without a cause. It's someone who has a real distorted idea of how things should go, and it's a very cyclical energy, something that just kind of swallows you up and time again. It's the same thing with this person is what I'm guessing. Okay, and look at that A, like energy A. It's very clear. So then we have the Hermit in reverse as well. So with this energy, this person is just completely arrogant, completely neglectful, not willing to look or see themselves. Like, they really need to hold a mirror up, because this person does not want to look at their responsibility, the things that they've done or said. And I'm getting quite a few lies as well. Okay, I'm getting a lot of manipulation from this just to keep you in the same place, Aquarius. Okay, so let's look at this. So we have the Page of Cups and the World. Aquarius, this is so your energy. You're looking at this High Priestess and this new relationship potentially or opportunity and not saying anything about it, and you're keeping it very quiet, but you have thoughts of it and you're wanting to just simply start anew, maybe in love and relationships where there may also be a happier dynamic and more health there for you. This can also be regarding travel. It can also be regarding an apology or forgiveness. But the world being a new cycle, this really tells me that once you enter this new cycle, you really can't go back. And that's maybe how you're feeling, is this reflectiveness, okay, of the magician, this awareness of the magician, the communication, or just seeing things at face value may have revealed quite a few masks, okay, but with these people, quite a few opportunities that you just ignored or lost potentially because of this person and their involvement. It's just become so much more overcomplicated. Okay, and the Six of Coins comes out on my finger, which I think would denote something of a equal give and take between these two counterparts. That's a little bit blurry though. It's a little bit blurry because you're still on the bridge. You're having to do a lot of things before it can be equal, okay? And that's I think known by you, Aquarius, but you're wanting to exit this cycle for sure because this person really neglects the self-work, okay? They just don't think that they should have to do it, which is really silly because they really have to do it. Yeah, and so the Six of Swords is on the bottom of the deck, 2 sixes. And we're looking at movement here, movement forward, changing something, taking an opportunity, seizing it for yourself. This energy just speaks volumes of someone who you're supposed to be with or are tangibly with in the physical world or in, a spiritual sense, something that's going to be so much more healthy and balanced, but you're having to deal with maybe some errors in your own judgment from the past. Like this screams like you kind of took a risk on this person and maybe it was fun for a while, but now that it's kind of catching up to you, or that trickling effect, just trickling into your waking reality and maybe having effect on your other loved ones, it's just becoming all too real how toxic it is. And especially, if you are having someone screaming in your face, just absolutely seeing red. I mean, you should see them in other dimensions is like truly what I felt last night. There's just this real icky, slimy, kind of toxic, clingy energy around them. And it's really unfortunate because if they did the work and if they took it seriously, then they would be free of that. But they seem to invest more in it because it's so ego-based. It's so ego-based. And from this energy, I truly feel that they just want to win. They don't want to progress because they can't progress from the Fool in reverse. They can't progress from the Hermit in reverse. And they know that, but they're stuck in this energy of wanting anyways to have it, just to say they did, or just to have it, which is very ego-based. And it's very manipulative to your progressive energy surrounding you. It's very manipulative and sort of just condescending to the good work you're trying to do. I think that this person, really manipulates you into thinking that what you're doing isn't good. And so that can be really confusing for you. But I think you are. Okay? So, like I said, they're doing some things behind the scenes that I don't think you're fully aware of. But yeah, you're holding on to the past. Maybe the argument that I saw hasn't been resolved yet, which is really unfortunate because they're already getting what they want in that sense. The wasting of time, the missing of opportunities, the convoluting of a good situation. This is what exactly this person wants. They don't want you to end it because they want you to be afraid you're not making the right decision. They want you to hold on to past hurts. They want you to believe the lies or maybe feed into insecurities of betrayal. Either way, it does seem like they're maybe getting the best of you in this sense, Aquarius. And the best advice that I could give you is to take some time, okay? And, maybe you will get back together with this person. Maybe, there will be some resolution there for you. But I honestly think for the majority of people, you're having to reflect on how much time has been spent already and how the dynamics are so different. And knowing what you know about maybe them going behind your back and, putting in misinformation, like literally lying to make someone feel bad about you, to turn a good situation toxic like your situation is with them. It seems like they're really a jack of all trades here, wearing a lot of masks, not very well actually, and pretty obviously wearing their insecurities instead, trying to sabotage something that will be honestly beneficial to you, either way you put it. So I'm sorry, Aquarius, that this happened, and I'm sorry that you're going through it with this person, but I think the harsh reality is the truth that this person is toxic. They're making power moves. They could actually, flip a switch one day and like act really hostile and aggressive, but then call you up and say, I miss you. Like, I didn't mean what I said, let's get together and whatever. It's what this person does, it's really what this person does. And it seems really naive in a way. And then also their accomplice, the energy that I felt was playing devil's advocate. I don't feel like that's a good thing for you either. I really feel like you kind of know that, but for the majority this week, you're going to need to pay attention to this person because they are looking at physically wrecking something for you. They're angry, okay, and they're becoming more spiteful the longer you're in this Ten of Swords energy, not releasing it, not really dealing with it. And I think that there's maybe even a barrier of communication, which seems to be getting worse, okay, as it's prolonged, because you're losing more and more control over the situation. There's going to be less and less room for either negotiations to take place or your own decision making to be effective. Okay, thank you so much, Aquarius. I wish you luck this week, and I will see you next time. Bye.